I done time in 3 states: Indiana juvenile, Ohio juvenile and adult, Florida adult. I'm gonna show you which. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of stories. You know, some short, some long. But I'm gonna tell you about this one story. It's fucked up. So the shit called spice, Tunchi, they call it in prison. So I was dealing with it a little bit, smoking. Now I don't do that shit no more. I was just in jail. But I had a deal going on with somebody, and I paid him in batteries, and his partner was what the fuck was his name? I want to say it was Hollywood. It was Hollywood in New York. Okay, so Hollywood paid New York in batteries that I gave him, right? So I guess New York didn't want batteries, so they had an argument and shit. New York was bugging out anyways. He was on that shit bad and getting paranoid and getting in debt and shit and trying to hustle at the same time. But they got into an argument, so he started going. New York started going around the block like, "I'm gonna get that bitch. I'm gonna get that bitch. I'm gonna get that bitch." Everybody like, "Whatever, whatever. You talk a lot. You don't do shit ever." So we wake up for breakfast. I come out of my cell. All I hear is ah, dude screaming. Well, I walk over to the cell. New York on Hollywood, beating him down with a lock and stabbing him up with the other hand. He done cracked the man upside the head with a lock 3 or 4 times, pulled him out of the bed, dropped him on the floor, beat the shit out of him with a lock, stabbed him about 5 times, then dragged him by his foot outside into the middle of the dormitory and beat the man down with a lock some more, and then dropped the lock, threw it across the block, and beat him in with his hands and started stomping his face. Guards come, dude, whatever. He puts his hands up, they cuff him up, and they're like, "Everybody go to breakfast. If you're not going, go in your cell. We're locking you up." And so we go to breakfast. I mean, this is like 5 o'clock in the morning. They're getting this work in early. So we go to breakfast, and as we're coming back from breakfast, they done got Hollywood on a stretcher, and I'm up close to him, right, as they're pulling him out, because I'm at the front of the gate, and they got it locked. And as he walks through, as the ambulance paramedics walk through the gate, he's on a stretcher, and they pull him by me, and I couldn't even recognize this man's face. It was just swollen, like balloons everywhere, blood dripping. It was crazy. I'm telling you, you don't want to go to prison.